Hi guys, it's more Hillary. Today I want to read you this book. It's called First Rain. It's about a girl who makes Aliyah with her family to Israel, but her grandmother doesn't come with. I thought you might enjoy it as we start to learn more about Israel and prepare for Yom HaAtzmaut next week. Abby was in tears. Her mother and father were in tears, and so was Grandma. They were at the airport where Abby and her parents would soon be flying off to Israel, a country where they had always dreamed of living. "I wish you were coming with us," said Abby. "I wish you were staying here," said her grandmother. "Israel is so far away. Even the day is sad that you're leaving. It's been raining all morning." Grandma took an envelope out of her purse and handed it to Abby. "A plain letter," she said. "Something for you to read when you're up in the air." There were hugs and kisses, and all too soon they said their goodbyes, and Grandma went home alone. Holding the letter tightly, Abby boarded the plane with her parents. The plane was huge and packed with people, all of them going to live in Israel. She sat down and placed Fofo Monkey next to her. Then she looked out the window at the pouring rain, rain she would not see again all summer, since it didn't rain in Israel in the summertime. And she thought about Grandma. When would she see Grandma again? When the plane was up in the air, Abby read the letter. "Dear Abby, you are off on a brand new adventure. You'll meet new people and see new places, and you'll learn to speak Hebrew, the language of Israel. So far, I know just one Hebrew word, shalom, the word that means hello, goodbye, and peace. I wish you a safe and happy trip. I'll miss you very much, and I'll keep you in my heart always. Love, Grandma." Meanwhile, Grandma returned to her apartment. It had never felt so quiet and empty. As she closed the door, she noticed a blue envelope on the hall table. Grandma recognized Abby's handwriting right away. "Dear Grandma, I'm very excited about moving to Israel, but I feel sad about leaving you. I'm taking Fufu Monkey on the plane. Thank you for making him for me. He's my most favorite animal. He'll sit next to me all the way to Israel, and we'll both think about you all the way there. Please come and visit us soon. Love, Abby." After her long flight, Abby's Israel adventure began. She and her parents finally arrived at Ben Gurion Airport near Tel Aviv. Abby was surprised by the cheering crowds who came to greet them. Hebrew music was playing and Israeli flags were waving. People were laughing and hugging. Abby found herself laughing along with them, and she and her mother and her father began hugging each other too. Later at her new house, Abby made her first phone call from Israel. "Hi, Grandma, we're here, and guess what? I think the whole country of Israel met us at the airport. And you know what else? We have a pomegranate tree right in our backyard, an olive tree too, and we just had an Israeli breakfast of trees and vegetables, and Fufu Monkey says hi." "Hi, Baxi, Grandmother. It all sounds so wonderful, and I can't get over the fact that you just had breakfast, and I'm getting ready to go to sleep." "Have a good night, Grandma," said Abby. "Have a good day," said Grandma. "Love you." Over the next weeks, Abby and Grandma spoke on the phone and sent letters and emails back and forth. Abby wrote about her visit to Yerushalayim and the Kotel. "It was amazing, Grandma. I actually touched the wall that once surrounded the ancient temple, the Beit HaMikdash. It's over 2,000 years old." She told how she went on a Tiola hike. "Now you know 2 Hebrew words, Grandma. Because Tiola is a hike, right?" And she explored caves and waded through a rocky stream. "You should have seen those rocks, Grandma. They were huge, and the water felt so cool on my feet. I especially enjoyed it because it's been so hot lately. I can't wait for the rain to start. Oh, and I have to tell you about the day Mom and I went to the marketplace, the shuk, your 3rd Hebrew word, Grandma, in Yerushalayim. Should have seen it. There were crowds of shouting people buying and selling fruits and vegetables, sacks of nuts and spices and candy. I've never seen so many colors or smelled such a mix of smells in one place. At a fruit stand, Mom and I bought a bag full of the freshest figs and dates I've ever eaten." One day, a package from Grandma arrived in the mail. Along with the package came a letter from Abby. "Here is a present for you," she wrote. Before Grandma even finished the letter, she opened the package and found a jar of mud. "Mud? What kind of present is that?" Grandma wondered. And she went on to read the rest of the letter. We took a trip to the Dead Sea. Guess what? You can't sink in the Dead Sea. I even saw a man floating on his back and reading a book. It was so funny. Just before we left the Dead Sea, I brought a jar and filled it with mud for you. Dead Sea mud is supposed to be good for your skin. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, Abby. Abby sent Grandma photos of family riding camels and of her and her friends at the mall eating pizza and falafel. Grandma sent a photo of her face covered with mud from the Dead Sea. One day, Abby called Grandma and said, "Hi, Safta." "Safta?" Grandma asked. "Yes, that's the Hebrew for Grandma." "Oh, good. Now I know 4 words in Hebrew. My friend Shira speaks to me in Hebrew, and she wants me to speak to her in Hebrew too, so I'm learning fast." "I'm happy that things are working out so well for you," Grandma told her. "I thought of you yesterday when it rained, and I wish I could send some of it to you." "Grandma, remember how on rainy days we used to put on our yellow slickers and our boots, and then we'd take umbrellas and go out in the rain and splash in the puddles? We looked like 2 yellow ducks," said Grandma. Abby burst out laughing, and Grandma laughed with her. Grandma was still laughing even after she hung up the phone. The long summer days had come to an end. Grandma sent Abby an envelope filled with red and gold autumn leaves from the maple tree outside her apartment building. Abby was in her new school making more new friends, and she was still waiting for the first rain of the season, just as she used to wait for the first snow when she lived in America. Then, early one morning, Abby woke up to a strange sound. Something was going ping, ping, ping on the roof of her house. Could it be? She ran to the window and looked out. Yes, 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 it was raining. The first rain. It rained on the rooftops. It rained on the sidewalk. It rained on the olive tree and the pomegranate tree. Abby hurried to get dressed. Then she put on her rain boots and yellow slicker, grabbed her umbrella, and ran to the door. And when she opened it, standing there in the rain was a suitcase and an umbrella, and wearing a yellow slicker was Grandma. They both dropped their umbrellas. Grandma let go of her suitcase. They fell into each other's arms. They were laughing and crying at the same time. And when the laughing and crying was over, they dried their eyes and picked up their umbrellas. And the 2 yellow ducks went out into the rain. That's the end. Bye, guys.